Hi everyone, Jim Cipriani with Jim Sips Job Tips. So here on Casual Friday, if you can't tell, it's Systems Personnel, and I want to talk about when and how to talk money in the interview process. So the cardinal rule is don't talk money until you're asked, but realize when you're first being asked, and that is when you fill out your job application. So when you fill out your job application, you're actually entering negotiations. On that job app, when they ask you how much you're making, realize that you are talking money already. So here's my advice and tip for that. On the application, if you make, say, $50,000 and they ask you how much you're making, my suggestion is to figure that you've got $50,000 plus about 30% in benefits and miscellaneous. So that brings you up to $65,000. So I would answer that mid-60s. So you don't give an exact amount, you don't give your base amount, you are still honest, you never lie in an application, but what you're really doing is kind of putting in there a general amount for your total compensation. This will give you more room to begin your negotiations up higher than a base amount. That's number one. Number two is be prepared to talk money when they talk to you. And my advice is very simply this. Try not to tell them how much you want to make before you know how much the job is paying. I'll give you a real life example. I was working with a brand new student who's getting his first job. I was coaching him for his interview. I asked him, when they ask you how much money you want to make, what are you going to answer? And he said, I'm going to tell them I want to make $30,000. I think that's a good number. And I said, okay, but what if they're willing to pay you more than $30,000? You won't know unless you use this tip. So I said, say this. When they ask you how much do you want to make, answer that money is important, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is that I get in with a good company and I think this will be one. And once I do well, the money will follow. By the way, how much does the job pay? He used that advice, and it turns out if he would have told him $30,000, he would have left about $15,000 on the table. He answered that exactly, and they say, oh, the job pays between $45,000 and $50,000. So in effect, by using this tip, he got a $15,000 raise. Good luck and thank you.